Just about every New Yorker knows that when the United Nations General Assembly comes to town, so does intense and dreaded gridlock. Hundreds of diplomats, heads of states, dignitaries, wannabe dignitaries, and the like from all across the globe flocked to Manhattan, and that included President Trump. So, if you need a cheat sheet on how to navigate the unnavigable and survive UNGA with your nerves intact, well, you're fortunate because we have with us now New York Transit reporter from AM, Vincent Barone. Vincent, always good to have you here with us.
Thanks so much, Jack.
So, for a backdrop for this conversation, just give us a sense of when we talk about General Assembly Week, what are we talking about?
Right, so as you mentioned, there's something like 200 dignitaries from all around the world. I think the NYPD says it's about 95% of the world's leaders are in Manhattan, in Midtown, on the East Side. And I mean, we're talking about more than 100 motorcades every day coming down Manhattan, getting to the General Assembly. And it's a Herculean task for the police force to make sure that everything is secure for all these people for more than a week, really.
Let's talk first, and then I'll get to you about other streets, but let's talk first about the area right around the UN. What happens in terms of any forms of transportation in that area?
Right. So, I mean, the streets and the sidewalks, could be completely blocked off. There were even the bike lanes on First and Second Avenues around the General Assembly were blocked off. So, I mean, anywhere around, in the 50s, on the 40s and 50s on the East Side should just be a no-go zone if you don't have to be there. But really, that traffic, there's a ripple effect throughout Midtown and throughout Manhattan. The DOT estimates that a trip would be 3 times longer than it would normally be during this week.
Let's stay focused again on that area right around the UN. Are there times during the day that are better than others, or are these pretty much shut down 24/7 for this week?
They're pretty much shut down. I mean, and it changes every day. So unless you're like really meticulously looking at closures, which the city has put out in advance for each day, unless you're really meticulously looking at those closures, I would just advise to not be in that area at any time.
And there's some other blocks, and I know I've experienced this. I've heard other people say, wait a minute, why are these blocks shut down? And it seems random.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Yeah, so I mean, well, particularly with this president, a lot of streets, even close to Trump Tower, are closed down. There does seem to be a randomness to it, but I'm told there is a method to the madness, and that, different days there are different dignitaries coming for different events, and streets are closed in different areas to accommodate those people coming in. So one day it might be dignitaries from this country coming from this part of Manhattan. The police will have to close off those streets, and another day it's different diplomats coming from different parts. So it's really a shifting puzzle every single day for not only drivers but pedestrians as well. Yeah.
So let's talk about some suggestions, all right? Because we have the week and a half or so of General Assembly Week. We have the holidays coming up, a variety of holidays, religious holidays. We have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, New Year's. What sort of advice can you give people? Let's go through categories. Let's start with motorists, then we can talk about pedestrians, then we can talk about mass transit. Start with motorists. What kind of advice do you give?
Sure. So for this week, the city issued a whole new slew of gridlock alert days, which is pretty much begging people to not drive into Manhattan. So if you're a motorist, I mean, it's kind of tough cookies. I would try to stay, across town on the west side if you can get there, and avoid the east side of Manhattan. But really, there is a ripple effect all through the island. So if you're...
I see it coming in on the west side through the Lincoln Tunnel, knowing, as you said, it's that ripple effect. So what, for pedestrians, mass transit, what kind of suggestions do you have?
Mass transit, thankfully, Manhattan is a really transit-rich area. So, surface-level transit like buses could be clogged. But if you're on the subways, I mean, you should be in pretty good shape. I would advise using the subways. If you're biking, it's going to be tough. If you're a pedestrian and you have to get to buildings around there, I would just budget a few more minutes in your commute because there might be barricades or blockades in the way as motorcades come down. So I'd give yourself an extra few minutes from your subway station to your office.
And I find it interesting that bicycling now is caught up in that web, if you would, because I remember years back people saying, "Fine, I'll get on my bike. I'll get a little exercise. We have a little exercise. We have city bikes. I'll use those." But as you said, now some of those lanes are even shut down.
Yeah, and really that's dictated by the NYPD. And the First and Second Avenue bike lanes are some of the most, these are some of the busiest bike lanes in the city, the most well-used bike lanes. And so it's really difficult because if you're trying to get north-south in Manhattan, those are the key ways you would do so. So you're going to be, if you're a cyclist, you're going to be stuck in traffic on maybe 3rd Avenue or 4th Avenue. So you have to have the nerve to be able to bike with traffic to get by.
Yeah. So I guess your takeaways then, as you gave for us, is stay away in cars, walk if you can, subways if you can, and bottom line, give yourself more time.
Yes, yes.
All right. Hey, Vincent, it's always a pleasure, and it's always helpful to talk with you.
Thanks so much.
You take care and give yourself some time to get out of here.
I will.